let's see what the cards have to say for you today. If you let me into your energy, this might be for you. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of like shuffle them and see what kind of comes out. Okay, there might be like a person that you're observing, but from the sidelines or something like that. Like maybe this person doesn't see that you're observing them, but maybe they can kind of like feel the vibes, if that makes sense. But there's this energy where they kind of just like walk past you like a baddie, like they just kind of like act like you don't exist or something like that. But there's this energy of where like maybe you can like sense them all the time, or you can feel them all the time, or you can just kind of like there's this understanding that you both like each other, but there's this understanding that like maybe it's hard to talk to each other or communicate. And maybe there's like this stagnancy that you guys have both been having like within your relationship because you kind of like aren't saying anything to each other, but there's like this unspoken tension type energy, if that makes sense. Okay, and then there's this energy of where like as soon as you go to try to talk to this person, there's like something that like stops you, or something that like makes you feel like you're like scared to talk to them or something like that, or like you just can't talk to them. I don't know, it's just very interesting energy. But there's this energy where you see like long-term commitment with this person, you see like long-term fulfillment with this person, like you could create a family, you could create like a lot of really cool things together, if that makes sense. Okay, they're also saying that maybe there's something that isn't really growing in your life, like maybe you're kind of like trying to start something, you want it to grow, you want it to take off, you want it to kind of like do its thing, you know what I mean? But there's this energy of where like it's just kind of like maybe you've been through like a lot of heartbreak with the situation, so maybe you don't really want to try or something like that. Like there's this vibe of like, what's the point of trying if I know nothing's gonna come from it or something like that. But you like there's like this energy where they want you to like restore your faith and realize that everyone starts somewhere, you know what I mean? Okay. There's something that you've been holding on to as well. Like maybe you feel like you're kind of secluded in this situation. Like maybe there's not very many people that have gone through this situation, not very many people that understand the situation. Maybe it's not very accepted by a lot of people. But there's this energy where like you're holding on to like this pain from the situation, or you're like holding on to this like just bad vibes, and maybe you feel like you need to like uncross yourself, you need to like let this go, you need to like banish this energy from your life or something like that. Okay, I feel like they're like going back to this person that you're like stuck on or something like that. Like maybe it's just like a repeated loop with this person. Like 1 minute you're fine, and then you start kind of living your life, and then 1 minute they're like popping up in your brain 24/7 and you can't seem to get them out of your head. And there's this energy where they're just consistently like popping up in your reality in some kind of way. Like maybe you guys are both kind of manifesting each other, and there's this energy where you're just like looking for confirmation that this person feels the same way, and I really do feel like this person feels the same way. And there's this energy of where you both are just kind of keeping your feelings to yourself, but I feel like there's this energy of where like if you don't really go talk to this person, you're just going to kind of keep your feelings to yourself, and maybe they're just going to like fester, you know what I mean? Why not talk to this person? Why not be open? Why not be vulnerable? You know what I mean? But there's this energy of having fear of rejection or something like that. But there's also this energy of where like you see like so many different lights in the world, you see so many different opportunities in the world, but there's this energy where they're just like not the same strength, if that makes sense. They don't have the same like power over your soul, they don't have the same kind of vibe with you, if that makes sense. Like there's this energy where this person has potential to make you very, very happy, and this person has potential to kind of like take you places you never thought you could go. Hold on. Maybe there's this energy where you feel like the people around you won't support this or something like that. Like maybe like it's something that you haven't done before. Maybe it's like a relationship with someone that is kind of like very unique or very strange or something like that. But you're like really drawn to their strange. You're very drawn to their uniqueness. You're very like into them, if that makes sense. But there's this energy of having like fear of losing control over yourself, or kind of like losing yourself in the situation, or kind of like breaking your own heart or something. Like this person has total power to break your heart, this person has total power to kind of like just destroy you, it feels like. Oh my gosh. But there's this energy, like this vibe is just like go towards this person. Oh my god, like it's literally all you're thinking about is just this person. It's like consistently like fantasizing about the future, going on vacations with this person, cuddling with this person, doing this with this person, doing that with this person, and it's just like consistent. Like it's like not leaving you alone, and you're realizing that you have a lot of emotions for this person, it seems like, and it's just kind of like taking over your emotional world. Okay. maybe there's this energy of where like you kind of don't see this person for a little while, and the second that you see them they just kind of like re-grab your soul or something like that, like they retake control over the situation. They just kind of like, it's this energy of just being like, you know what, I own you kind of vibes. Like, I don't know, but it's not in a bad way. They kind of want you to like stop fearing love or something like that. Like, stop fearing connecting to people, stop fearing like seeing what could happen with the world or something like that. Like, see how someone can change your life, see how someone's energy can affect you and stuff like that. You might even have a bit of a fear of people's energy sometimes. Like, some people maybe have really hurt you energetically, so there's this energy where you don't want to let it in. You're just kind of like, no, don't let the energy in, don't let that like attack me or something like that. And it might be kind of like making you feel kind of not very good because you're not letting energy flow through you or something like that. um and maybe there's like some injustices, like that's something that they were saying, is like there's some injustice. That's the reason why this happened, is because of people kind of attacking you spiritually, or kind of just being wrong with you spiritually, or just kind of acting like they like have some sort of like what's the word, like they feel entitled to your energy or something like that because you were around them. They just kind of like drained you dry, and it's just kind of like, what's the point of being around this person if they're just going to continuously drain you, if that makes sense. There also might be like some sort of new opportunity that you're kind of scared of, or you're very conflicted about going towards this opportunity because you're like, dang, what's the point of going towards this? I don't want to leave the life that I already have behind or something like that. Like, I don't know. It's just like a weird conflict, but I feel like the opportunity is going to be something that is the universe kind of being like, hey, look, we're going to help you. We're going to show you things. Oof. 555 could be significant to you. They're also saying that maybe there's something that is a little bit confusing or mysterious to you. Like, there's like, you've been going on your journey for so long, and now you're here and you're just kind of like, okay, what do I do now? Where do I go from here? And they're saying kind of just rebuild yourself, kind of like start from the bottom and work your way up, if that makes sense. Like, don't give up on yourself, like allow yourself to grow, but also allow yourself to protect yourself. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you've been going through like a lot of protecting yourself, like purging a lot of negative energy out of your soul, and kind of like healing yourself, picking yourself back up, like allowing yourself to restore your faith and your hope in yourself, and just kind of like seeing that the universe kind of flows and you're just kind of part of it, flowing with it. You know what I mean? And they're saying that maybe you've been looking at the more positive aspects of life. You're like, you know what, there is love around me, there is good things around me. I have to start going towards that rather than sitting here focusing on all the negative things that have happened in my life. Okay, they're also saying that there's some sort of manifestation that's coming in for you that you might feel a little bit defensive towards. This has been coming up a few times recently. Like, there's this manifestation, you worked really hard on this, you really tried about this, but now there's this energy of feeling like, dang, am I really going the right way? Am I doing the right thing? If the universe wanted you to like, the universe wants you to see that you are doing the right thing, because the manifestation is literally popping up in your life. You know what I mean? Like, but there's this energy of where you just need to complete a cycle, if that makes sense. Complete the cycle of feeling fear of failure, complete the cycle of kind of like not allowing yourself to fully commit. You know what I mean?